Welcome to Leigh Dickey TV. Hit subscribe to follow along with the fun. Now let's get on to today's video. It's time to reboot a property. Amazon Prime is set to release last summer the TV series. I review the trailer next. Alright, so this trailer for the upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series that's going to be released on Amazon Prime on October 15th. I'm unfamiliar with any of the cast in this TV series. Brianne Tju, Ashley Moore, Ezekiel Goodman, Madison Iseman. I am unfamiliar with any of the cast really, because again, this is aimed at teens in this generation, and I know that everything, say from the last 30 years, it's incredibly popular to reboot everything that's been done in the last 30 to 40 years. And I suppose I Know What You Did Last Summer was next on the docket because Amazon Prime is going to release a series again on October 15th. I'm unfamiliar with any of the cast that's taking over these roles. Of course, like this TV series is based on the films from 1997 and 1999, right? And then those films are actually based on a novel from, I think, 1973. The films I'm familiar with because I was about 8 and 10 when they were both released. Alright, so the films, if you're familiar with them and you grew up in the 90s like I did, the films they starred Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Felipe. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the film, was released in, I think, 1997, and then the sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, was released in 1999. If it wasn't 1999, I think it was the following year, 1998, like right after I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I think the only difference was that, at least from what I can remember, because I was about 8 and 10 years old when both films were released, the only difference is that Brandy Norwood, the singer, was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. If there are any other differences, somebody please tell me down in the comments, please, and thank you. So when it comes to this TV series that's going to premiere on Amazon Prime on October 15th, it stars a bunch of people that I'm not familiar with. I'm completely unfamiliar with this new cast of this sort of rebooted TV series of I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's the same basic premise: a group of friends. They're, having a good time, and they're just having a good summer, and they accidentally hit someone with their car, and this person supposedly dies, right? So they're like, okay, we make a pact right now, we take this to our graves, and nobody finds out about it. Same basic premise to the movies. Now, I've never read the novel, which I think was released in 1973, but, I know, like, Hollywood takes inspiration from anything. Books, and obviously Hollywood likes to reboot its popular properties, and this is no exception. But it's like, okay, so group of friends celebrating summer, and they accidentally hit someone with their car, and this person supposedly dies, and they make a pact: let's just not mention this, we'll take this secret to our graves and go on with our lives like nothing happened. So again, this series is aimed at teens. It's upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series or streaming series that's going to air on Amazon Prime, are going to get released on Prime on October 15th. I'm unfamiliar with the cast, like I keep saying, and I don't think you're going to have anybody from the movies reprise their roles. You're not going to have like Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Felipe. I don't think they're going to come in to make cameos, and if they do, okay, cool. Like, I'm familiar with the movies because I've seen them multiple times and I grew up in the 90s. But when it comes to this series, I think it's just one of those things that, yes, I know it's popular to reboot everything that was popular within the last 30 to 40 years, but this just seems like something that nobody wanted and nobody asked for. Now again, I will at least watch, say, the pilot episode or one episode just to see how I feel. This series is aimed at this reboot or series now. It's taken from a movie and given the same title, and it's executive produced by James Wan, by the way. I will at least watch the pilot to see how I feel, but this just feels like a series and a reboot that nobody asked for and that nobody wanted, It's aimed at teens again, like I keep saying, and there was this one line in the trailer that made me cringe. These teens are in like this, it's either a club or a big house at a party, and there's just this one shot where this girl comes down a hallway and she's on her phone, and you just hear this party is, the word is iconic, but she says econic, and it's done in this shrieking high-pitched voice, and it made me cringe. Honestly, like in real life, stuff like that makes me cringe. Maybe that means I'm an old man, maybe that means I'm a crank, I'm sorry, but that made me cringe. And I mean, there's shots like, you know, the cast is taking over the roles of people from the films, and instead of using, say, letters like they did in the films from the 90s, they're using technology. So there's somebody who saw the accident, I guess, is sending messages through these kids' phones like, I'm coming for you, instead of using like snail mail like they did about 20 or 25 years ago or so in these films. Since this is a TV series and it's 2021, why not? Everybody's on their phones anyway. So there's that, and then there's, you know, it kind of sets up, there's a plot with, I guess, one of the characters' boyfriends cheating on them with someone else, and he's just apologizing profusely. But it's this TV series is pretty much an updated version of the films from the 90s, and I guess it's slightly adapted from the novel. I haven't read the novel, I've seen the movies, but again, like I said earlier, I don't think this is a reboot that anybody wanted and or asked for. Yes, it's executive produced by James Wan. I'm unfamiliar with any of the cast, but I will at least watch one episode, probably the pilot, to see how I really feel about this series when it gets released on October 15th. Alright, so there you have it, my thoughts, a review and a commentary on the trailer for the upcoming I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series that's going to be released on Amazon Prime on October 15th. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos just like this one, leave your suggestions down in the comments if you have something that you'd like me to review. But for more videos just like this one, please do subscribe right here to Leigh Dickey TV, the YouTube channel. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Find the audio form of this episode on both Yo Nostalgia and the Beats and Speaks podcast. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews if you would, please and thank you, on your favorite podcast app and players of choice. You can find all my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast, Pinfall, the Pro Wrestling podcast, and Yo Nostalgia on your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews if you would, please and thank you. But this wraps up another video and another podcast. Thanks again for watching and or listening. I have been Leigh Dickey, and I am signing off. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe right here to Leigh Dickey TV, the YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. Again, my name is Leigh Dickey, and I am signing off. Take care, and we will talk to you later. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV. New episodes are available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe to follow along with the fun.